This is a computer lesson for primary 3 pupils, and our topic is floppy disks in the bracket diskette. And this lesson is being presented by Mr. Moses Augustine Garba. The topic outline here is the definition of a diskette, the description of a diskette, and uses of a diskette. So, and the objectives of this lessons. At the end of this lesson, people should be able to describe a diskette and then state the uses of a diskette. So, what is a diskette? The floppy disk is also called a diskette. So, if you don't want to call it floppy disk, you can call it diskette. It's all the same. So, it is an external storage device. What do we mean by external storage device? If you remember, if you recall back, we have talked about storage devices, types of storage devices, and which external storage devices is one of it. So, and we describe the external storage devices as those storage devices that are not found inside the system unit of a computer system. They are outside. And even if you buy a new computer, you will not have those external storage devices except hard disk drive that is inside the storage device, the system unit. But other storage devices, you need to go to the market and then get them before you will be able to use them on your computer system. So that is why we call them external storage devices. They can be carried away anywhere you want to go. You can go with them, use them on any computer, yes, to store your data and information. Now, to describe this diskette, if you see the screen here, you will see different pictures of the diskette. A diskette is covered with a plastic cover. The disk is covered with a plastic cover. Yes, if you see it, it is square in shape. And this floppy disk is a very cheap device, meaning you can get it in a very cheap price. It is portable, but the problem we have with it is that it has a less storage capacity. What do I mean? I mean it cannot store a huge or a large amount of information or data, because the storage capacity is very small. It's just like we have containers for storing of things like our juice, our drinks, water. We have different sizes. So that is how this diskette is. The size of the storage capacity is very, very small. And that is why it is not common in use. People are no longer using it so much like before, because they have seen other devices that can store larger amount of information for them. So that is why you no longer, in fact, in your time now, you may not even see somebody using the floppy disk. You see people using flash drive, and others are using memory cards to store data and information, because those storage devices has larger capacity for storing data and information. While this diskettes that we are talking about, we have two common types. There are two common types according to their sizes. The first type is 3.5 inches diskette. This one is the smallest one. Then the other one is 5.25 inches diskette. As you can see, the first one is here, which has no hole at the center, but the 5.25 inches has a hole at the center, but both of them are square in shape. So These are the two common sizes of the floppy disk or the diskette. Now, here we have at least come to the end of this lesson. But before I go, I want to summarize to know what we have actually learned from this lesson. From this lesson, we have learned that the floppy disk is also called a diskette, and it is an external storage device. It can be carried about, use it to any computer, and that there are two common sizes of a floppy disk. And these two common sizes are the 3.5 inches diskette and the 5.25 inches diskette. And we also learned that the floppy disk is covered with a plastic cover. It is cheap and portable but has less storage capacity, and that is why it is no longer common in use now. So you can see, even it is common in use, you would have seen it, but it is because it's not common in use that you have not seen it. But before I go, I want to talk about our homework. The homework, you have to go to your dashboard, classroom dashboard, and click on assignment. So when you click on assignment, you will be able to see this homework, and then you click on submission. You will see that a Microsoft page will open, so that you'll be able to type in your answers on that page. And then when you finish, you click on submit. Then I will be able to see it and mark it. But if you do not do that, I will not see your work, and your marks will remain empty. There will be nothing there. So number one says you should dash is another name for floppy disk. Number two says the floppy disk is covered with a dash cover. Then number three says dash and dash are the two common sizes of a floppy disk. And then number four says uh, you should draw a floppy disk. But this question, draw a floppy disk, you should draw it inside your exercise book, not on that page of the Microsoft Word page. Please, it is inside your exercise book. You have to draw this. Thank you so much. Remain blessed.